You know, liking and subscribing really helps a small channel, so thank you so much. Okay, you can see it's almost 100 out right now. It's pretty hot. The mosquitoes are really bad, but we're going to go and take a look at the garden here. Okay, so today I want to give you a little tour of my 2026 garden. And I'm calling this kind of a jungle-like garden. So, here we've got a few plants coming up nice. They've got flowers. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, hella crazy here. And these are tomatillos. I got some tomatoes through here, all here and in here. They're pretty tight, but that's okay. Anyway, like I said, I'm calling this a bit of a jungle garden because you can see here how crowded everything is. Now I've got sunflowers all over the place in here, and I didn't plant any of them. They were all volunteer. There's lots of them. All over the place. I don't know where they came from. I have an idea, but anyway. Here we've got strawberries. And another sunflower. Strawberries. There were a few flowers on here early, but I haven't had any fruit. So I don't know what's going on with that. But they look nice and green. I've got a whole bunch of corn here. It's coming up nice. All over the place through here. I've got dill. It's popping up all over the place in the corn. All through here. All of this is dill here. Didn't plant that either. Got more sunflowers here. All down here are potatoes. There's 15 plants, I think. Anyway, then I've got, if I get through here, I've got a few cucumbers. They're not big, but they do have some flowers on. And they are hidden underneath these sunflowers. Here's some chamomile. Another cucumber, a cucumber, and a cucumber. This is an apple tree. Got some potatoes poking through the ground here already. More dill in here. We got these tall sunflowers here again. And all of this is squash. You can see the flowers. There's quite a few flowers coming on down here. Quite a few actually, all throughout. And they're vining up and climbing, attaching themselves to the fence, reaching over the fence, and attaching themselves to these sunflowers. There's more sunflowers, and more dill. And all through here, I've got rows of beans. And some beans are on already, almost ready to start picking. Maybe you can see some there, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got a pepper plant here. There's one on there. Looks like we got another one budding there. And here's another strawberry patch. Same thing. They're looking really nice and green. Had a few flowers, but I haven't had any fruits yet. Now, what I do have fruits are the raspberries here. They're starting to ripen up. Gonna have to start picking some of these pretty quick here. And I've got a whole patch of these all through here. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there, but there's a bunch of them on there. I gotta get in there and pick them. And then here you can see I've got beans that are starting to get ready to pick here. And they're attaching themselves to these sunflowers. So yeah, it's a bit of a jungle in here. And all of this that's laying down here is asparagus. It's quite tall, but it's all leaning over and laying on the squash. And again, you can see there's a bunch of flowers in the squash here, all over, and then all the raspberries all through the back here. And they're actually climbing through the fence to the other side as well. And here you can see these squashes are starting to climb and attach themselves onto these sunflowers. So yeah, it's a bit of a jungle in here. I've got a rhubarb plant under here that isn't really doing very much, but it's there. Got 2 leaves on. Yeah, there's a better view of that pepper that's on. Man, that's nice. And you can see the tomatoes are getting lots of flowers, so that's good. But it's crowded in here. I think it's okay to have a garden that's full of things. But I guess the question is, can it be too full? And here's some more chamomile as well. Chamomile is actually pretty wild in here. I planted it one year, and it comes up all over the place. Mostly in front of the raspberries, under what now is this squash. So I don't think it's really growing very well under there, but yeah, there's a lot of flowers on these squash. So that's nice. We'll see what yields. If we have all male flowers, that's not good. We need some female flowers. And the sunflowers are starting to look pretty good as they open up, some of them. So that's nice. Anyway, just wanted to show you my very tight garden. A couple of daisy plants here as well. Got a little blueberry bush here. Yeah, anyway, that's how it's going so far, and we're almost at the end of July. So it's looking not too bad. Anyway, just thought I'd share. You can leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye.